Hi guys.
Is it
Oh.
live?
The page will load in a second. Yeah, it's live in the dashboard. There we are. And it actually started right when I said hi I'm gonna go link this on the thing.
Oh, there we go. We are existing. That's like a decent couple. I wouldn't say mid delay.
No, it's not a delay at all. It's just whenever a stream starts, it does that. It takes a while for it to figure out the delay.
Ah, fair. Ask me about my combat update. The meat part is so hard to read whenever you're not full screen.
Yeah, it is. Steam Deck launched at $530. So they raised it by $20. I wouldn't even really count that as a raise. Wait.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. Wait, am I reading this wrong?
What are you reading?
So it used to... Whoa. The Steam Deck used to be... So it was 400 for the base model, right? But instead of having 256 gigabytes on LCD, it was 64.
Oh?
And it was also eMMC, which they don't say anymore. So it's an SSD with 256... Dude, the base model was the old mid-range model. And it went down 120 bucks.
Dang.
Yo, Steam fucks.
Just a little bit. Hey, demonetized. Can't say that.
Ugh, I'm cooked. What's up?
Did
Welcome
you
into
forget
the
your
stream.
Oh, the password stuff? No, that's just the admin.
Oh, no, yeah, it just does that.
Man just took time to enter his password.
Yeah, but switch to... The thing is, Lily, we laugh about, like, the Steam Deck's a better value, but, like, that doesn't matter. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter that the Steam Deck is an objectively better value, because is it for everyone? Because some people just really want to play Switch games. And, like, yeah, there's ways to do that on a Steam Deck, but the kind of person who's gonna buy a Switch doesn't know that or doesn't know how to do that, right? Like, that's not an option for them. Let's put it like that. Put it politely. It's also like a family thing. If I just have a family and I just want to buy this console and everyone has fun on this console, that's that, you know? Do you really want, like, I would not give the girlfriend's, like, mother a Steam Deck and tell her to try to, like, figure it out and, like, you know what I mean? I'd set it up for her.
Yeah.
But, like, point is, like, even the casual process of using applications is not user-friendly. And it takes many extra steps to make it user-friendly. And I just haven't bothered because they literally have a Switch. So I'm like, whatever. And, frankly, half of the things end up kind of sucking for a long time. It takes a long time for things to get good on those platforms. Speaking in tongues. Okay, what else? Let's go see where we were at with quests. Oh, wait, I can go buy my Broly armor. Okay, I'm gonna link the stream in in-game chat. 1 second. Two seconds, guys. I'm gonna go buy me some Broly armor, though. I don't know, though. I'm not really part of the Switch audience, so it's not fair for me to be like, I'm not buying one, because I was never going to buy one. I never bought a Switch 1, so I'm definitely not touching a Switch 2, right?
I do PC, and that's about it.
Yeah. I just don't care about Nintendo games, I think what it is for me. I'm not even, like, a huge fan of Mario. Like, I played the games when I was young, but, like, that was kind of where it tapered off for me. Left that behind.
Welcome to the stream.
Hello there. But I definitely enjoy
Okay.
some Mario gaming in my time. The lady will be like, "Let's play Mario," and I'm like, "Well, sure, I'll go die." I suck at Mario. I'm not gonna lie.
Which Mario? Like the actual Mario?
Yeah, like Super Mario Bros.
Ah,
Kinda-
fair.
Oh man,
Got it. Lil's
this
bad
gold,
at 2D platformers. Understood.
this gold clay is missing. I'm gonna make a note of that. We should just walk around spawn and make sure things aren't broken, so when we roll the patch out, we can fix a couple of those things. Yes, we. I don't think there's actually that much though. Oh, this whole building. Okay. It's because that one yellow clay is custom, because we switched from the vanilla one to the actual modded one this update. I really need to figure out better ways for this stuff, because it's so bad. Only buying the Switch 2 for the new FromSoft. What?
Oh yeah, the Duskbloods.
Let me
Yes,
look it
that
up.
is valid.
Dusk
Duskbloods, I think it's called. D-U-S-K.
Bloods. Is this not something we can play on other platforms? Oh.
No, it's a Switch exclusive. Switch 2 exclusive. Actually, I don't know. I don't
Wait,
know if they're
that's
gonna
so funny.
import it to...
Someone said if I had a nickel for every Bloods FromSoft game that was exclusive.
2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't give a remote fuck about this game.
Fair.
I don't know why. Something about the last, well, okay. Is it actually a Bloodborne spinoff? It definitely looks like it. Just looking at some of these images, it looks very much like it's very what's the term for that? With like the monsters and stuff. What do they call that? What was Bloodborne's theme?
You know,
Like
good question.
the ocean monsters, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever, we get it.
I know
Scary,
what you're talking
creepy.
about, I forget the name too.
Sorry, actually the theme is just London. But like, I don't even care about Elden Ring 2 or whatever they're calling it. I just don't give a shit. Like, Elden Ring was really exciting, but then like Elden Ring 2 is literally just the same thing again. It's just another expansion, but they're charging full price. I don't know. Just not got me excited. It just feels like FromSoft is kind of settling into like recycling the same game over and over. But
Unfortunately, I never got to play Bloodborne, so I'm just not really that excited about
that's fair.
Bloodborne spin-off.
See, I'm saying they're recycling it, but then I'm kind of remembering that FromSoft has never been the game that like remakes their game formula. In fact, you could argue Dark Souls 1 all the way up to Elden Ring. Quite a similar loop there. Elden Ring is actually
Honestly,
the biggest change because 1, 2, 3 were. What's up?
If you can reuse stuff without making it that obvious to the players, then I think it's fine. Because like,
To win.
I mean, the entire Yakuza series is that
Yeah.
concept. taken
Well,
to the extreme.
remember when Elden Ring hit like mainstream and like everyone like, you know what I mean? It hit because Elden Ring was big, and then people are sitting there saying they reused the walking animations, and we're just sitting there like stank face, like, yeah, man, they had walking animations. I'm reusing everything I'd make. What?
Yeah.
A team member made that. Like, what's the idea of like, oh, someone on my team made some great textures. They look amazing. 3 years later, a new project. Can you remake those? Why? Do you want me to like up-res them? Do you want me to like tweak them a little? No, remake them.
It's
Throw
a
away
weird
the work
concept for sure.
You're actually just like burning money. You know what I mean? It's like fucking AI. You're like just burning crop fields for AI or whatever people say it is. I haven't even looked into that myself. I don't care.
My thing is, sorry, unrelated, but fucking Night Rain is something I'm interested in, but
yeah, Night Rain was what I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Like I'll pick it up eventually, but like,
Because,
you know,
it's the same map, isn't it? They're using the same map roughly?
I like saw the trailer, linked it. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy FromSoft is like succeeding because they deserve it. But like,
Oh, 100%.
I kind of just want like a Sekiro kind of game. Sekiro is still my favorite game. No fucking question. Elden Ring is great.
Sakura fanboy.
Well, Sekiro is just actually a different game. They actually made a video game, and they didn't just Dark Souls open world. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sounding like a hater, but I'm just being dramatic here. Because there's nothing wrong with just making the same game in the same formula and making it better. That's
it's
amazing.
A different map.
That's
Fair
good.
enough. I respect that then.
The next update is not coming in this monthly or monthly. Not at all. The next update is not close to done. I do know in Night Rain, I saw someone memeing that, like, or someone was memeing that it's basically just a fucking FromSoft greatest hits, because they're just a bunch of stuff from every game, which I think would be hilarious. Yeah, no, but the next update's not coming anytime soon. It's still very deep in development, and you don't want it to come anytime soon, because the longer the better. But we are currently estimating for 2025. That's the current estimate. We're on track for that. We're aiming for that and all that. My armor stats on? Good. No, but I think I don't know. I also think I'm just like not the audience right now for a new FromSoft game. Like, I just kind of don't care. I'm just not. I don't really care about any games, to be fair. I have a good catalog of games that I like, and a lot of them I still need to play. So I'm just sitting here like, I don't need another Elden Ring.
At this point, I'm the type that would play it if I had people to play it with.
Yeah. If I had like just $60 to throw at the wall, I would definitely. But like, I don't want to drop $60 on a game I know I'm probably not gonna like get too deep into. Oh wait, I need to make sure that works. So you know, whenever you unlock a challenger and it says like you unlocked Goku 1S.
Yeah.
I changed that to be Goku 1 star. Or sorry, let me give you a better example. You know when you unlock a challenger and it's like you unlocked movie pack or MP2 3S?
Yeah, that one.
With no space there, by the way. I changed that to actually be readable.
Fair.
You know, I was really looking at the patch wrong these last few months. Like, it was like a grueling task because I'm like, I really don't want to work on this. But then I'm like, I gotta think about all the fun shit where I'm just like changing some text. Most of my changes, I think, were from my own podcast. Me just playing and being like, I want to change this, you know, that kind of thing.
I mean, that's
well, it's because
the good
I'll look
changes
at some,
end up coming from.
Yeah, I'll look at some text and just be like, or like right now I'm looking at Challenger Deborah level line break 22.5k. Why is it like that? I know why it's like that, because it's counting text to determine when it needs to go down a line, and you get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of color codes in that one. That's why it's happening. And then, like, you defeated Babidi War 4S. It's just like, why doesn't that just say Babidi Warriors 4S? 4-star. And then also, why does it say... I think it doesn't even need to say progress. I don't know, that stuff like this doesn't really matter. So I cleaned up fusion text a lot. You'd, like, fuse. Not only would it tell you failed, even if you succeeded, it would tell you nobody in range. Because the code wasn't returning before that. It would also, like, you'd fail... with a normal fail, and it would also tell you nobody in range.
Oh, weird.
Anyway, thoughts on Daima? I haven't I watched like one episode with Fanta Frog on the team, and I just didn't watch more. Nothing, no reason. I just didn't. I don't know. I'm not really fiending for new Dragon Ball content like many people. Which is a hilarious sentence. Hey man, we still got to adapt the Future Saga, TOP, and like the manga, you know? So on like the server
Honestly,
aspect, I don't really care.
Daima to me has been explained to be more in line with like the original Dragon Ball, sort of, rather than Z and Super, like as in the tone. And honestly, that goes hard with me. I love the original tone of Dragon Ball.
That's very cool. Honestly, I think kind of going back to that, because I'm on doing a Dragon Ball rewatch. I started literally last year when Toriyama had passed away. I started a Dragon Ball rewatch, and I picked it back up about a week ago. 2 episodes back in. I'm on like episode 80. I'm about to get to like the cool tournament where we see Tien and stuff. But yeah, overall for me, Daima, I don't really care one way or another. I'll be honest with like everything. I'm talking about hating on this Elden Ring. Like, second game, which I wouldn't call it hating. I just don't care. I'm busy. I like in my free time, I'm gonna play my little game, the game my comfort game.
Might be a hitter.
Maybe professionally, but like I just play my little game that I enjoy, and then I just mind my business, go out, do some stuff, work on my little Minecraft server, and that's it. The new Super Saiyan 4 is the same damn thing, with big risks. I don't know.
The wrist part is what confuses me. Why are they so big?
I mean, he's supposed to be a monkey. If we're gonna be honest, Super Saiyan 4 didn't really look monkey-like beside the fur, so like, fine for me. Let me look it up real quick so I can remember it, because I saw it when it came out, and I haven't looked at it since. I did like that they made him adult. That was sick. Because when he was a kid, he definitely looked more goofy.
Yeah, it does look a lot better as the adult version of Goku.
I mean, honestly, he looks cool. I could see us using this at some point, right? Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in eventually adapting it for something. Not sure what, though. We'll figure something out, though. We tend to cook.
Fine.
Dude, how'd y'all like the Minecraft movie? I'll answer your question in a minute, Marcos. I want to talk about the Minecraft movie for a second, since someone made a meme about it. Ryan, Kat, have you guys seen the Minecraft movie or no?
I have not.
Okay. There's not really spoiler to spoil, but like I'm just gonna talk more about its actual substance. Not even substance. It's not even a movie that spoilers are bad.
With spoilers.
I don't even think I could spoil something. Like, I'd have to think really hard to spoil something. It's kind of just an enjoyable movie. Yeah, like I'm 22 and the movie was fine. I feel like the most annoying part was that the theater we were in on opening night, like that Friday 2 weeks ago or whatever, like people were really loud. You know, they were like getting up and clapping at like chicken jockey. Everyone got up and clapped, standing ovation. Bro.
I've heard that was just a thing that happened in a lot of theaters.
It's kind of fucking hilarious though, because it's like getting up and clapping for like a funny meme is honestly so this generation.
Yeah,
it's honestly funny. But people, thankfully, they started quieting down once the movie was like 20 minutes in, because they were clapping at like everything at the start, like the fucking loading screen that was like the Minecraft world generation screen. It was like woo, and we're just like, dude, shut up. Like, but then I got a little got chill after that, so it was good. Pretty enjoyable movie. But do you think we're add weapons? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't see weapons really making sense, right? Like it's kind of just a thing where like we've set up the server in a way where weapons just wouldn't make sense. We would have had to plan for that day one. I don't think that's a feature we can add this deep in. There's some features we can absolutely add at this point. Like a lot of things we're adding, like, you know, we could figure out weapons if we wanted to. I won't lie, but it's kind of like nobody on the team cares about weapons. I like weapons in video games, but I would channel that in a different direction. I would go make a sword-focused server, perhaps with some arts involved. No, but yeah, no weapons. Y'all got any questions about the combat update?
Ask him about his combat update.
Right here, guys. Right here. In case you missed it. Right here. I hope I was pointing at the right thing. Oh no. Dang. You know what's weird about challengers? When you hit the kill limit and you just get like thrown out. You don't even like... I think it should wait a second. Do you agree? Because like killing it, I feel like I got kicked out time limit wise. I don't, every time that happens, I'm like, whoa, what happened? You know? Man, everything involves redoing all the scaling, huh? Really, it truthfully does. Well, my simple answer for you, Marcos, is all of combat is changing. So try not to view, combat, the combat update in the way that you view current combat. Because right now, absolutely, like saying that like blocking and parrying and these things are gonna happen, you're like, why? You know, like I already played the game and it's not necessary. How is it gonna matter now? Well, the entire game, gameplay wise, is gonna change. We're not going to be forcing you to block. We're putting an emphasis on maintaining the current game in a way that if you do not want to learn new combat, we're going to do our best to make it translate so that you can still kind of play the way you are. You know what I mean? Classic Minecraft gameplay, if you will. But with that, it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be a point where like you definitely should block and try to use these new mechanics. Like I feel like it'd be weird not to. I don't see. But it's definitely going to be a change to get used to. Yeah. But we're pretty confident we're going to be able to pull off a very exciting change and be able to make it something you genuinely want to play, right? Because I think that's what really matters. Yeah. Kat, did you say that message wrong? Possible to not do the old stuff, but it would be better to do the new stuff. It's possible to not do the old stuff. No, I totally get you. I mean, telemarketer call, lol. I also don't block. You're not gonna probably ever see me block because there's no point in blocking because the enemy doesn't do anything. Nothing happens when you block, right? You take a little bit less damage, but like, why wouldn't you just punch? There's like better things to be doing. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I promise. Uh-huh.
I'm happy to hear you're excited about the new combat update, though. We're working very hard on it. Right now, the dev is kind of, I wouldn't say paused, but I'm working on a patch right now for the live server. So, but technically that's, like, I'm still, like, half of the patch stuff is being worked on the update, and I just put it back on this version.
The mythical patch.
Honestly, we've been saying it for a while, but like the way the base mod works doesn't matter. I've scrapped all of the related UI code in everything we use. There's nothing. It doesn't matter anything about the base one. We're not even gonna glance at the base mod one when we work on our UI. And there's no reason for that other than like there's no point because DBC made their UI in a way that made sense for DBC. And we don't want to do that. You know, Apollo forms are just different, very much so. So we're going to continue that trend. Making all the stuff ourselves just is easier because then every system works with every system. Dude, you can receive rewards from voting for our server.
You can.
No way. No way. Say it ain't so, going awry.
Sorry, no rewards.
Fair. It's something, I feel like it's something that a lot of people just don't think about, and no harm there. I totally get it. A lot of people don't look at Apollo and immediately assume that we do like everything, because I mean, in a way that could be wrong to just jump and assume that, right? But yep, we do. We've been doing it like that for a while. It definitely helps our development process. Do I have someone? Ooh, Why is this Goku a Saga boss? What?
Wait,
Why is there a Goku unlocked at the end of Cell Saga? Just seeing him called Saga boss is funny, right? Because he's like, obviously it's because he's the last quest unlocked, but like it's so funny because it's like Saga boss. I should turn on the light above me so that the lighting will be better. I usually do that. I just forgot. Oh! Please don't hurt me. There we go. Hopefully the lighting is a little bit better now. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's talk Z Souls. I was gonna say gear coins, but Z Souls is more. Oh my gosh, the lighting good or bad? I can't tell. Kind of looks blown out now. Did it look better before I turned on that light? I kind of think so, because I have a window open, so it's not completely dark.
Looked a little better before.
Yeah, because now I'm just like blown out. I could turn it down a little. That is an option. There you go, just like a little subtle, a little bit more light, but not too much. It'll go down in a second. There it is. That looks better. It's just funny because on the stream, my face is flashing with colors because, like, this guy's yellow aura, my purple aura. There's a lot going on. Colorful. So Z Souls. I don't know. It's just their drops feel... I feel like, you know, Kat, you've been talking about how the server got easier, right? For me, I agree on the TP sense, but what's holding me back right now is forms, because I'm not getting enough. I'm not getting enough Z Souls. I've actually gotten an okay amount of tier 2 souls. I've grinded 20, maybe 25 challengers so far this podcast, but trying to grind for the relevant form is just painful. I don't know if it's the unlock curve. Okay, this guy doesn't even drop tier 3, but I was only farming him once. Let's see. Deborah, what were you? No, that's Spopovich. I think that's the when most people call our grind hard, I'm pretty positive they're talking about Z Souls. Like, I am pretty confident in that, because story would be even a little easier if my Z Soul progression was sped up a little. The problem is, we could say the Z Souls feel good, but then I just walk up to Shenron with some Dragon Balls and it's cooked. The entire balance is cooked, right? Because you get way too many. And I'm not using kits. Mind you, I'm going to point that out for everyone in the stream who might not know. I'm not using any donor kits, anything. I'm barely even using the free member kits. I've used them like maybe 5 times total. And just the first few that I would have with this amount of playtime. And it just doesn't feel great. The amount Dragon Balls just overpower my Z Soul actual grind. The work I'm putting in is being overpowered by some collectibles I picked up along the way. Which, that feels nice on the collectible front, but it just feels a little unbalanced because of it.
Collectibles should be a nice bonus. It should never be better than what you can.
Collectibles are awkward though,
physically
because you know we go with you pick up a Namek ball and you get a Namek ball, so it's simply just hard. I mean, one Namek ball, like literally all of these sagas, like Namek gives 2 Namek balls. You know, 7 Dragon Balls, 1 Namek. You actually get a decent amount of Namek balls just from Z Sagas, and then you also have, like, I feel like the Dragon Balls are okay. I would almost say Dragon Balls give a nudge too much Z Souls, and then the actual, like, Dragon Balls are here. Like, let's say the line is here. This is where it should be. Dragon Balls are like up here, right above it, just a nudge down, and then like Z Souls are like actually like this is the where it should be line. Z Souls are like down here. It just feels a little awkward. No, you should not be maxing Z-Souls. Just because there's levels does not mean it needs to be max. You don't even need to max your forms. Level 6 is purely a option. You should not be aiming for it. 4 is where I say you should be, but I've not even got any of my forms there. Like I'm already on final form, third form. I leveled third form to 3 after I got final form. So awkward that. 4 to 5, that's valid. I just feel like, I really feel like it should be pretty easy to get 5, right? Because that's where alt forms come from. Do we not want these people to use an alt form in actual progression? Because, man, if I grind my feet into the floor and say I'm getting level 5, my playtime is doubling. I guarantee you. It's not good. And oh, look at final form real quick. So 3.5, almost 2,000 drain. Let me go. My metal third form might actually be better. It's better. Yeah, it'll be better with the multi probably. Let's check that out. It gets quite a lot better. So I have an incentive to still level my tier 2 form. The problem is I just can't justify it because maybe I don't know. I feel like it slows me down, right? Like the fact that I already have tier 3, it's already better, and if I level it one more time, it's gonna be past tier 2 by a mile. It's just like, and then I also know that I can get the racial state on tier 3, and the debate is just done at that point. And Kaioken. Like, there's a lot. So I'm kind of like struggling to even justify getting past level 3 of my tier 2 form. And I agree that the goal should be 4 or 5. That should be what we aim for in a game design front. Because I feel like that'd feel good, especially for like alt forms existing. Like I'm just like totally skipping alt forms here because it's not a choice. I say, yeah, man, let me go get level 5 in this. Z-Soul drops are just not good enough for that. I don't know how we go about fixing that. I think we talked about like a pity system before. I think Rook has brought up pity system on many occasions for different things.
He has.
Some kind of pity system where like you kill 10 challengers and it just gives you a Z-Soul shard or something would be sick. Or I thought about this last night. You kill the same challenger 10 times. Specifically same challenger, because then you could game it. You know what I mean? If it's like, kill 9 weak guys, go kill 1 strong guy, and you get his drops, that'd be silly. So 10 of the same challenger. And then you get their entire drop pool guaranteed. Including the 30% drop of Zenny and TP. And whatever Z-Souls they drop. Which could get pretty rough for guys that drop like 3 shards. But, I gotta ask you, you're probably going to end up walking away with 5. Like, mathematically or something, you might walk away with 5 or 6 shards. If they have 3 in the pool and you get those at the end of the 10, I feel like you might walk away with 5 or 6 from those 10 kills. Total. Including the pity. So that's really, like, I don't know. Gotta ask, like, is getting 5, 10 divided by 2, is getting 5 Z-Souls, 50 XP, is that like good for 10 kills that took me like almost 10 minutes? I'm just gonna look at this real quick. I need 1,000 XP. So we're talking 10 minutes. We're talking 200 minutes to get one level of level 4. And we're talking a theoretical, my math is probably way wrong here, but like roughly, let's say estimating, we're talking a higher drop. I would probably have to grind 2-3 hours. Sorry, not 2-3. I'd probably have to grind 2-3 times that right now without this pity that I'm talking about. Or just without a change in general. Like, I feel like it's not even a choice for me. Cat, do we let them trade up Z Souls at all? Wait. Let me just go check myself. I'm pretty sure we do. Is it here? Yes. Wait. Yes, we do. Yeah, half free. Okay. I think I'm gonna do that then, because I want to focus my tier 3. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. That makes it a little bit better, because now I'm looking at 3 extra tier 3 souls. That's pretty nice. That helps a little. How many Namek balls do I need? I don't know. I just don't feel very happy with the current Z Soul drops. I don't know if a pity is the solution. I don't know if I don't know if just raising rates is the solution. It's really hard, right? Because raising rates is the immediate go-to for in a lot of people's eyes, but I don't think that's necessarily the best. That's like kind of always like the cop out in a way. Just buff the rates. I think it also I think it is the fact that, you know, we changed out the rates. That no longer you're getting an actual Z Soul, you're getting a shard. Which just, like, we already knew people were going to feel like that was worse off the bat, because you're getting half of it instead of the full thing. Even though shards are technically worth more this update, 50% more or so. Because, you know, you need 2 instead of 3 shards, but there's just a lot of factors that, like, I'm saying for my gameplay, it just feels worse than before. Oh, I don't need that. What other collectibles can I get? What?
I wonder what would have got the feeling about the liking the combat update questions. I wonder.
Not sure. Bro, my character looks so cool. I love character creation. Precise Rook. Where is that guy, man? Where's that deadbeat?
He said he would be here. Did he?
He lied! He lied! What about the combat update? It's gonna be cool. Guys, cat's typing. I'm scared. I'm shaking in my boots.
Not the booties. Oh,
what are you talking about?
Watch the fun.
I'm on my butt floor, bro. Beg your pardon?
What?
Yeah.
The booties. The boots. The little boots. What do you mean?
Weirdo.
Accidentally launching the Final Fantasy XIV launcher while playing the Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, what?
Never played that game in my life.
You're a rat.
Can't wait till I can tab complete warps. I do feel the pain about not being able to trade vouchers for Dragon Balls. I understand the people now. I don't care though. It does, like, them no longer having Dragon Balls definitely hurts, because it's like vouchers are just kind of, I'm not even using TP boosters, so for me they are in fact useless. But like that's circumstantial because I'm just playing weird. Oh. That is so silly. I'm not even gonna use. I'm gonna save all my Kaioken shard. Well, we'll see. Let me go times 5 so I can walk around spawn. And this aura is big. What I got in my bank? Nice.
Spank stuff.
Armor coins. Oh, let me put my movie pack ones in there now that I'm done. See how many common ones I got, dude. I actually think gear coins are less of an issue. Their grind, which is hilarious. Well, no. I disagree. It's just these souls actually matter a lot more than gear coins. Like, armor is, like, cool, but, you know, Z-Souls, the thing. Forms, mastery, pretty important. Dude, can I beat the next quest? Is that a possibility for me at this time? I think I need to level my form. So I need 12 Z-Souls. I've got 6 right now, give or take. Tough crowd.
You're a rat. I hate you.
First sentence, Cat, I agree. I was literally thinking that in my head. Because, like... Easy. Right now. Easy. Yeah. We really need to do something better for that coding.
I'm gonna need y'all to add more drip because my fit is not hitting.
Dude, we already added more drip. We just remade all the vanity items in a patch right after the update. Like, come on, man. What are you wearing? Let me see you. Where you at, Marcos? Sorry.
Rating the fit now?
I'm going to assume he's on US1. I'm going to bully you on podcast. Everyone get ready to point and laugh. Come to /spawn if you dare. It's going to rank me. Is this him? I feel like this might be him. Who is this? Cart Black. That's not him. On US1. Okay. I figured. Is this you? Dripping nose. Nasty blood. Is this you? You look chipper as fuck, dude. Yo, you got the... I love... You got, like, the face scars, like, all dramatic and shit, but then, like, you look chipper as fuck. Because you got the Goku eyes, the nose, and then, like, that's that little... What do you look so fucking chipper for, bro? What is there to be chipper? Beerus is coming to destroy the planet. You better go fight, bro. Yes. The response, yes. Nah, bro, this drip is cool. You're wearing Yard Rat. What are you talking about? Need more drip. You're wearing the best drip in the game. Nah, but you should go look at some of the, I was chasing Cart Blaster down, too. I'd be scared if I was him. He got chased down and shown on the stream. Nah, but you should check out some of these vanity items. They look pretty cool. They should definitely, like, be displayed in a way that you can actually see how they look on the character, but... Just a nice guy, some would say. Happy. Pretty happy. Pretty chipper guy.
Just a chill fella.
Chill guy. I was confused for a second when I logged in and I was red. I'm like, oh, what is this? Spawn heal saying... Spawn heal saying spawn heal in brackets. Like, you know, like the command name as it does. And then you have been healed, but the U is not uppercase. Pisses me off. Because it's like, every time you see a message like that, the message starts at the U. Because that's like TP gem, and then you gain TP, you know? It's like, who's saying you did it, basically. I'm the only one who cares about these messages. It also takes 30 seconds to change. It's not like it's actually a challenging change at all. So I want to farm someone who can hurt me in final form because I need racial state. But I also kind of don't need my racial state right now for tier 3 because I'm not going to be able to sustain it. The drain for tier 3 itself is bad. So when I get that, you know, Arcosians actually having their right tier 3 drain, unlike Saiyans, it's going to feel pretty bad for me. You're getting there, Marcos. Step 1, attend Dragon Ball Apollo podcast. You know.
I don't know if that's a requirement.
It is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Okay, so
take your word for it.
this guy's got some tier 2 drops and some tier 3 drops. I think that's good. And then also some Kaio shards just to sprinkle in. Just in general, I feel like 10% for a Kaio shard. And this is a point of the game where we can all agree Kaioken's a suggestion, right? Like, we'd all agree Kaioken doesn't matter at this point. Okay, well, stacking, yes, but, like, 10% drop at this point of the game is kind of disrespectful. That should be, like, 30. I don't know. I really wish there was a... we have a video on it on the channel, so that would be a good resource for it. But then there's also, I think there's a text guide somewhere bumping around the Discord. It's linked in the description of the video. I know that. Either way, you got to go to the video. Sorry. I would love to explain it for you right here, but it's honestly way too convoluted, like, to explain real quick. That's why I made the video, actually. You know, the video. On the... I'm gonna stop. We really need a better way to update drops, huh? Because, Rye, do you love the idea of having to go, like, update 200 challengers every time we want to tweak this? I mean, it's what you've been doing for, like, ever. Especially now that Fanta's...
I can do it, but...
I feel like we can come up with a better way. I feel like,
Yeah.
let's say with Z-Soul drops. Could we not just be, like, plus 5%? I could just do that in the code. Like, could we not just do a simple rescale like that? Like, do we really need to go do, like, some of them do change, some of them don't, some of them go do, like... I feel like, you know, we can make this easier on ourselves. We can make it a 5-minute change instead of a 30-minute change.
30-minute.
Yeah, sorry, 30-minute. It's like actually, we're talking like 10 minutes of change versus like probably collective 6 hours with scaling, with... And then there's also just more things that can go wrong when we're scaling each individual number and you're putting each individual number in.
Yup.
Because there's going to be a scaling thing mistyped or two out of 270. Is there 270 challengers? There's a lot.
Something like that.
It might be a 180, actually. I think I'm thinking quest count right there. And then, I feel like it's just try-hardy as fuck to rescale the entire thing. Like, it feels unnecessary.
What do you just read? Sorry, Cap.
Well, I'm not saying we shouldn't think about it. I'm saying we should consider a simple change about it. Because isn't the floor for a Z-Soul drop 10%? Because, like, Frieza Henchman here, we're giving a 10 to 115, 110. So, like, right away, 10 to 15 is not a life-changing... Oh, here we go, 5. 5 is the third drop. Okay. We can also do a lot of various things, you know? This guy gives 15, 10, 5. Just make the change... It doesn't have to be plus 5. It could be things like all the 5% become 7%. All the 10% become 15. All the 15s become 20, right? That is a little bit... Instead of a global change, it's just a... Because isn't it all brackets? Like, it's just 5 all the way up to 30? Or I think maybe a 35 in there? I don't know. Actually, I'm curious. How many... $222 drops of 5% on the challenger sheet. Oh, sorry, that's counting 15 as well. You stupid, Google? There you go. Match entire cell contents. What the... Google Sheets is so fucking unintuitive. You open, like, the prompt menu for the find. Wow, that's terrible. I can't even explain it right now, but that was awful interface. I want to change the 5% to be only 5% search, not contains 5% like it's doing. I click match entire cell contents, then click done, and what does it do? Does it search again? No. I go to search again, it does the same thing again. And I clicked find. Oh, now if I click find, it cycles through them with the new settings. But I got this big ass interface in the middle of my screen. I'm very disappointed. Is there a 35? There is. No, that's God form. Yeah, there's no 35% Z-Soul drops. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Right away, the fact that Z-Soul shards cap at 30% is crazy. You know what's annoying about this too? I tested these drops. Actually, I think you raised, if you can correct me on this, didn't you raise the drops from when I tested back in, like, during MP3? Like, I tested, like, April 2024, and then we talked about it and made some tweaks, and I'm pretty sure you raised them or added a few additional drops. So the fact that I don't feel good about this today is very interesting to me. Because, like, the changes literally made it better, and I already kind of liked it back then. I feel like something went wrong. I don't know. Not even on your scaling. Just, like, I'm kind of confused as fuck here. Lost. Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, wasn't it, like, 2 at the time or something? Or, no, wait. I think I tested before the Z-Soul shard changes. Ooh. That's a different perspective now. I'm gonna check timestamps because I'm very curious. Because, like, mathematically speaking, you know, the Z-Soul drops, or the shard drops are better, correct? But, like, I don't think it worked. I think this is the classic, oh, if you do the math on a 1% drop, you're going to get it 100 times, 1 in 100, right? But it's, like, never actually works out like that because RNG sucks. RNGesus, if you will. So I think this is one of those cases. That makes a lot of sense now. Okay. Because I was farming Z-Souls, and then it changed to shards, and I never tested it. Okay. I'm a little less confused now of why. Let me go to work forms. Oh. Oh, wow. Perfect amount. Nice. Yeah, oh, I know. I'm just I was just kind of giving an analogy of kind of how it feels, you know? Because, like, justifying stuff via math is just a challenge, period. Because mathematical reality is not... Sorry, mathematical fact is not reality. That's what I meant. Those two don't often line up, unfortunately. Pair drop chances rates to produce the same... They made it better. Okay. So, yeah, that should have worked. That definitely sounds like it should have worked. But that's, you know... This is kind of expected, right? Like, we do some numbers, roll it out, and then it doesn't feel great. Yeah. And it's like, it's mathematically better, but at the end of the day, how it feels is what matters. And now that we've, like, you know, we've heard a lot of people comment on it, so we know that it's, in fact, not just an edge case where, like, a couple people feel weird about it. Yeah. So after podcast, we can start talking about numbers and how we want to do that. I would like to do it for the patch because I don't see this as one of those things we just make people wait for combat. But that's depending if people like Rye are wanting to actually go put all that in. Since unfortunately Mr. Frog is probably too busy. Sorry, I have runny nose. Yeah, I think getting it in before combat update's good, because then we roll out combat update and there's 10 other things to consider. I would like Z-Souls to be in a good spot before combat. Well, it's also really hard to sell someone playing the entire game, period. No matter how good our testers are, having someone play the entire game is a challenge. Hey man, please play the whole game for us. Thanks. I guess that's the one good thing, or, well, not one good thing. That's another good thing about, like, the game getting a little quicker in general, is the fact that, like, doing a full game test is actually reasonable. Honestly, though, like, I just, like, get up to God, and I'm like, okay, this is good. Because God is where the game starts, like, just dragging, right? So, like, once you're there, you can probably just safely be like, okay. Especially, like, you want, it's a big deal, like, you want the first bit of the game to feel great. And I'll be honest, the first little bit of the game, I would say, I don't think I care to change quest. Well, we could see, but, excuse me. I think, like, the first Saiyan and Namek Saga, that progression felt a little quick for me. But, like, I don't know if I care nearly as much as I cared about the Z-Soul stuff. Because Z-Souls are, like, outright kind of, like, it feels like my progression is being unfairly halted outside of my control. You know what I mean? Like, I'm farming a silly 0.5 drop right now from an enemy, and, like glaciate armor, right? That's exactly what I was thinking in my head here. Just, like, 4 0.5% drops off, like, yeah. Thank the heavens we don't do that. Not yet. Dungeons. It's only been an hour, dude. Well, I'm glad. So we're Z-Souls are in. We're gonna talk about it. We have some ideas. Gear coins. So
Gear coins?
You know what? I'm gonna go start farming another set of armor. One that is gonna be significantly easier to farm, because I was farming Broly on level, and that's not a fair perspective for gear coins. But I also think farming something that's below your level and you're not getting, like, TP out of it, like, you're just, like, only doing it for the gear coins, is not fun. Like, that's honestly worse, in my opinion, if you're just killing it for the gear coin, because then you're, like, getting nothing out of it and you're mad about that. Let me go get... Actually, let me just pick a set I want, drip-wise.
The DBA mining update.
DBA mining update on the way. Bro, I gotta get...
No.
I gotta get the Krillin fit for sure. That's my favorite fit forever. Let me go get it. Alright, so I'm about to do PQs. Yeah, it's so much better for the mentality. So I'm just gonna... This guy's... I forgot PQs are, like, actually... Hey, man. Cat, you excited to rescale PQs again? Okay, I gotta say, though, this is the one thing on the server that we intentionally rescale. Every time new PQs come out, we intentionally shift the scaling back. Like, that is not accidental. Because the point is, we eventually want Saiyan Saga... We're basically slowly scooting armor. Because at the start, Saiyan Saga PQ was stupid strong. You remember that, Rye, when it came out in BOG?
Yeah.
People were... bad balance back then, of course, but also just in general. Quick selection killed me! I want to watch this back on the stream. I mean, I want to clip that.
I guess we gotta get rid of quick selection.
Yeah. No, but my point about PQs is we're eventually, you know, we're shifting. What the fuck happened to my inventory? Oh, the server's lag. On time lag! The fact I could sit back and comment on what's the lag is, it's bad. No, but yeah, no, PQs are like meant to shift back. Like eventually Saiyan Saga PQ. So now that we're adding Bobbity PQ next update, we get a chance to you know. Do you know?
No.
You don't need to know then.
What if I want to?
14k? Oh, these guys are kind of strong. Can I whoop their ass in Kaioken? Oh my god,
14?
there's 3 of them? Final Fantasy 14, yes.
The critically acclaimed MMO that you don't play?
I play it.
No, you don't.
In your dreams.
I hate you.
Do you dream about me?
No.
Good. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
See, you'd be dreaming about me, and then I'd like spawn in your dream, and I'd be like, "Yo, bro, quit dreaming about me. That's weird." Hey, Cat, idea. What if enemies don't drop gear coins at all? What if the quest just has a chance to give a gear coin? That would immediately get rid of multi-enemy. Because my issue is I can already tell that this one's gonna feel fine because I'm already 2 coins in. That's significantly farther than I was before. Wait, I hadn't done this quest. Have I not done PQs? Did I seriously just go through PQs and pick up the fucking... You mean to tell me I'm missing out on TP?
You might be missing out on TP.
Okay, I've only missed a few Namek quests. Let me quickly go through and do them then. But I can already tell. I think repeat... Actually, 2 things. How about the first time quest gives an amount of gear coins, and then the repeats give a chance of gear coins. So you just go through the quests, you immediately walk away with a handful of them to start you on the path. And then the repeats have a chance. And then we can just get rid of enemy drops. Which, on a lazy coding aspect, I will just literally tell the server not to drop gear coins. So that we don't have to go through and change all those enemies right now. We should later, just for cleanup's sake. But, like, I don't want to make you do that as well, Rai. Even though there's not that many, but it's just why. Oh, there's a couple multi-enemies in this.
Oh.
PQs are fun. I think they're fun because they're genuinely not just what you already know from Z Saga, right? Like, it's actually new. I'm quite excited for this spook overlay to go away.
What you don't like is the spooky?
It's like cute for a minute, but like it's just bad UI design. Like it's not as good as the normal hotbar, obviously. Also, do you think item rarity should show in your hotbar? I don't know why I didn't really do that. I could just go turn it on and see how it looks. Like, wouldn't take me that long. I'm pretty sure I made the code for like I made like a method for item drawing where I could just tell it to render the rarity or not. I did that for crates because, you know.
Fair.
It was in the inventory, and then I was also coding it for crates, and I'm like, why are these not the same code? So then they became the same code.
Because you didn't do a 5-minute coding adventure back then.
Yeah. Like, gear coins work when you have a bunch of multi-enemy quests. But then the second you miss out on your, 5 Ginyu Force members right here, you're cooked. You're done for. The second a saga doesn't have this. I love that the Ginyu Force members literally don't even have the updated Ginyu Force armor. They're still rocking the, like, 1.0 version.
Funny.
Well, when we go through and remake the DBC models, we'll do that. Dang, 2 of them dropped coins. Is Ginyu gonna drop some coins? Yep. Dang. Yeah, see, I'm already in pretty good standing here for my Namek. So... Interesting. One thing that really annoys me about the teleport menu, dude, is how you can't see where you are. You have to, like, read the list to see the missing number and then choose the next one. It would be so much better if it showed... So, like, it clearly knows which one you're at because it hides it, right? It'd be so much better if it just highlighted it yellow. That's it. Leave it there and highlight it yellow. But it'd be even better if we just made a menu that didn't look like that. Maybe. Mayhaps even. What do you think? So do you think the teleport menu would be the same as the quest accept screen? Because I've always, like, envisioned the Xenoverse 2 mission select as our teleport menu. But, like, that wouldn't work, because when you select a mission in Xenoverse 2, you go straight into it. You're not teleporting there. You're teleporting there and starting it in one. Make every single quest already start when you teleport there, and then you talk to the guy to initiate spawning. Or don't talk to him at all, actually. That would be kind of cool. If you just, the repeat skip, because I've talked about making it easier to repeat quests.
Go on.
So when you teleport there on repeat, it just, the quest is started. You just walk 40 blocks.
Fair. I can see that working.
Something to consider. I don't know, when I get there, I'll cook. I don't... See, with my ADHD, if I start thinking about the idea right now, I'll get excited and want to go do it after the stream. So I'm just gonna, like... Cool idea, seed planted, let's leave it.
The freezer.
Ooh.
What was that? What?
Right. Man, I'm excited to get on Skyblock after this and do some yapping.
Oh, that's what the grunt was.
No, actually, it wasn't. It
Uh-huh.
was honestly unrelated. There was no reason for the grunt. Okay, now I finished the Namek Saga PQ. Namek Sagas are weird. That is terrible text. You know... Nah. Playing Hypixel made me realize how much, like, our chat, like, sometimes, like, oh, the chat bloat, this, that, but then I remember that, like, Hypixel's chat messages don't look amazing. Like, you know, they're not necessarily any better than ours. They're still just a chat message telling you what's going on, you know? Talking about, like, info chat messages, not just chat. Like, you got this drop kind of chat messages. See, the part that makes those cool is the fact that you got, like, a rare drop, or, like, it's an important message, right? I think that's one thing that matters a lot. Sparse message, only tell them when it's something they care about, right? Don't just tell them every single detail. Like, okay, let me put it like this. You know how I get a drop message when I get a reward? Imagine if there was a you killed message for every enemy you kill, regardless if there was rewards or not. It would just be so awful. Or it said no, it says drops from Jace, but then you look and there's no drops. It's just an empty message. You got nothing.
What the fuck?
I think that would make RNG dropping even fucking worse. Like,
100%. That'd be horrible.
Mm-hmm. Let me put this in my hotbar so I can actually see. Well, I guess I don't need uncommon Krillin gear because I'm not gonna actually wear it. I might just drip it, you know, put it on cosmetically. I don't know. I think a new quest screen could be cool, but I gotta ask, is that a combat update? Like, I asked this last night, is that a combat update feature? Or is that a whenever feature?
I said, depends on the how long the combat update's dragging on.
True.
I could see it working in combat update.
I could see me just working on it when, like, I get ADHD and want something to work on.
That's also fair.
Right? Like, I don't think I full-on, like, step away from combat. But, like, right now, I'm working on, you know, that thing. And that's completely an ADHD, like, tangent. But I also, like, was kind of getting a little burnt out working on combat for 2 months straight. Or a month or whatever it was, right? So I was like, okay, I needed to take a break from that. And then now I'm working on the patch. So it worked out. It's funny how the ADHD works. Oh, you actually went and watched it. That's hilarious. Welcome back.
That's wild.
You missed our conversation about Z-Souls and Gear Coins, so.
Shouldn't have told him to go watch the video then.
Guess not, man. Okay, so I changed my mind a little about Gear Coins. They're not awful, but I'm also farming it in the best way possible. You know, killing enemies significantly weaker than me that I can literally just... Yeah. So this quest has an insane spawn range. Do you see how small it is? The enemies, the quest giver's 20 blocks away.
That is pretty...
For a, like...
wild.
Yeah, it's literally 20 blocks. That is insanity. Yeah. Kat, you never commented on my gear coin idea. Did you like the idea of the quest itself being where you get it? Like, the quest reward is a chance to get it or whatever we want to do, so that we can make it more consistent. And, because then that would get rid of multi-enemy issues. It would basically just be every quest works like single enemy in terms of chance, and we don't have to, like, you know... I have a lot of TP I could spend, don't I? Dex.
No, you've got no TP.
Do I want more Dex? I don't know. I feel like I could use more Spirit. I am constantly charging key. Did we? Like today? Or you mean in the past? I don't remember where we went with that. Oh man, I'm starving right now. That sounded like such a video game thing. Starving right now. No, like IRL, because I ate pizza last night for dinner and then had 2 slices when I woke up. So, you know, pizza doesn't actually fill you. It's like fake food.
I don't know about that one.
Well, it makes your stomach full, but then you're not like actually full. Like you're gonna get hungry quick.
It's not the most filling of
not
foods,
nutritious.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know about fake food.
Fake news. Fake news. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate it. Because I would like to do that for the patch as well. And then, because honestly, those have been my biggest 2 takeaways. My biggest negatives of the server. Otherwise, I'm thinking a solid 8.35 for the rating. 83.5% on this server. I've seen better. You know, there's this one. I believe it's called Dragon Block Apollo Remastered 1.3 update, otherwise known as the combat update. Now, you know, I think it's too early to say, but I think it might be pretty epic. Dude, my stamina is rough. We'll get more of that. Oh, yes. Yeah, we did literally talk about that. See, that was why I forgot where I said to call last night, too. I'm glad we talked about those things, though. Good, yes. That's a good idea. I'm glad I had the same idea when I was conscious. You know, that's how you know it's cool. That's the classic. Don't write down an idea, and then if you have the same idea again, you know it's a banger because you thought about it on 2 separate occasions. That is like such a flawed technique, but we're not going to talk about that. I thought about the same idea twice, which makes it better. Especially like the 12 hours later. Like less than 12 hours later, actually. Yeah, I'm excited to do some foraging. I'm shaking right now. I need to go chop some trees down. I've thought about just like streaming like a different game while talking, but like first off, Skyblock gameplay.
Apollo
yes,
podcast.
that, but also Skyblock gameplay is just boring as shit.
Well, bad word. Demonetized.
Because Goku at the end of Z is a boss. Bosses get more TP. Also, Kat, can I ask your opinion on something real quick? So, I buffed Trat Reaction, like, the amount you get, right? It's like 750 instead of 500. I don't know if I even mentioned that. I didn't think you'd care, because 500 to 1,000 was you already agreed on that, and I just changed it to 750. But anyway, do you care if we change voting rewards from, like, 500 to, like, 750 or something? Per vote, I mean. Because I don't think we ever even looked at those after we changed any last update. You know, I just realized I already had Namek PQ coins. It's okay. More can't hurt. Oh, I do need to change that. I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever I upgrade my stats, it's really odd. Give an extra key. What do you mean? You mean, I'm not talking about, like, when you vote for all sites, because that already happens. At least I think. Hey man, the kits are pretty epic. We try to make them fair. We're actually we're gonna go through at some point, probably an update or two, and change some of the donor stuff and give it a little revision. Yeah, that's already a thing. Oh, do you only get Zenny? Yeah, we should just give them a fifth vote. I can change that. Well, maybe that one guy who got voted on all sites 4 times. That might be a problem, but that's just a bug. I'll change that too. But I also think we could just change the Zenny from 5 to 700. Or just remove the all vote Zenny. I don't know. We can figure it out. Like, at the end of the day, 500 Zenny is not a lot in the first place. Okay. There we go. Krillin Namek. Look at that. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look good. Look at that. These fucking armor. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the flaps. They move. And my underwear pops out, but, you know.
Whoa.
Oh, surprise flashing. Yeah, let me go get a bodysuit. Let me actually, like, drip out. It's like actually character customize. All right, which one? Well, this one already this one's literally already using this. Also, did we make that change? Because black bodysuits, as you might be able to tell, you literally cannot even... Remember, like... Do you remember when I went through and spent way too much time making bodysuits look good on every character and race? You remember that at all, Ray?
Sorry?
I went through and made bodysuits, like, actually use the muscle lines and, like, Arkoji and stuff, like, all of that.
Yeah.
With that, armor actually just renders bodysuits instead of, like, their own texture for a bodysuit, because, you know. Well, that's just genuinely us not having gear. That's eventually going to be fixed. We'll eventually get to Cell Saga. We're doing, and, wait, no, we're actually releasing Cell Saga as the next PQ in Combat Update, actually. I don't know if we're doing Mr. Satan set. Let me actually check that. I'm curious. I'm not going to confirm it or deny it, but I'm going to look for myself and not tell you. We're actually doing a Chaozu set, so no Hercule, sorry. What the fuck body? I actually like this bodysuit. Looks fine. Okay. Wait. Give me that. Give me that. That wasn't even what I was thinking in my head either. I was literally thinking about doing blue, and then my brain short-circuited. Nah. Yeah, those details are way too subtle. Wait. Oh, that's why. The Krillin set uses a different black. It uses, like, actual code color instead of the default. Yeah, the full dark black looks bad, but... Okay. Yeah, man. Things not stacking when you put them in the global chest is frustrating for sure. Like, I shift something in, it doesn't stack with other things.
Frustrating like the tab 2?
No, those are different levels, right?
Oh, no. Unfortunate.
Yeah, levels to the ship.
That's a bad word. Demonetized.
Dude. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. You're done for.
I love how, like, we don't even tell them how to open the quest menu, and I removed the button. Really peak game design. Side quests definitely need some love, to put it very simple. Not only should we add more, but we should go make them, like, actually useful. Like, give something cool. No, I actually swear it right at the start. I did it off when I hadn't actually started the stream, so it didn't matter. But then I started the stream and still did it, so... Wait, I could do /TP convert. Apollo TP convert. I should probably just make a /TP convert. That would be useful, wouldn't it? Yeah, let me do that. Because, like, making them do, making them do /Apollo. Silly. Okay, what do I want to upgrade? Alright, let's go try to do a quest. This heal item really sucks. I should really drop the Vita drinks, man. They heal 27%. I think I'm going to shelf them now.
Well.
I think just in general, Dragon Block Apollo could just use just some more things to keep you occupied, right? Because I find myself just, like, you know, only doing the quests, right? Like, I'm just questing the entire time and, like, just farming challengers. And, like, I'll say, though, the things you can do, like going out of my way and being like, okay, let me go get some achievements, let me go farm some gear, those are really fun. Do you guys agree? Like, stepping away from the game loop and doing something separate is really fun. Even if it's grinding gear coins and that could be frustrating, I still find that very fun compared to, you know, just grind the whole time. So I think the more of those systems we can end up getting, the better. things that take you away from grinding. Oh, I can use Vita Drinks and Super Heal Aids. I'm not going to, but that's cool. Actually, I should get some key healing items. What about adding a casino to kill time? That's a terrible idea. What is wrong with you, 9? I'm telling Bite Flow on you. Tell him to put you back in the insane asylum. Who let you cook, man? Alright, let's go do a quest. Try to whoop his ass. Whoever it is. Oh, there he is. This guy's got a scouter, bro. He's cheating.
Uh-huh.
Stealing that, bro. It's mine. No, I'm kidding. I gave it back. I gave it back. Oh, it's doubles any. Oh, shit, not again. Just got mugged in real time. That's right. Oh, I should probably transform before I fight Goku, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, dude. I'm so much stronger than when I last fought him. My spirit's pretty nice, though. I can't lie. No! Oh, right. Energy pills put the health pills on cooldown. Really don't even need key pills because I can't stay in the fight long enough because he really hurts. So, like, I'm actually just better off charging my key. I think one thing I find annoying about quick selection recovery items is that I have to, like, so while I'm punching, I also have to hold right click, which isn't the most natural thing in the world.
Oh.
I mean,
That's
I don't
fair.
know. Like, holding one button and clicking the other, and, like, you don't necessarily want to just hold the right click button as well, because, I mean, I think you actually could get away with that, funny enough. It'd be funny gameplay-wise, but you could do that.
Phil's always been a thief and a rat.
Whoa. The accusations, not again.
They're not accusations if they're true.
Never know. I gotta actually fight Majin Buu this stream, or else I'm a scammer.
You think you're not a scammer?
It's up for debate. Now that I know
Actually, I forgot.
how the quick selection or like moving items around the inventory is broken, it makes it a lot easier to understand. I was very confused beforehand, but now that I know that you just have to move your items slow. It's nice. I definitely want to fix that for the patch, so like I don't think that's debatable. I think that kind of needs to be fixed.
I made it.
It'd be a little sucky if, you know, just got to be like, yeah, man, just move items slowly around your inventory. It's not exactly my style to just that be the cop out. No, man, it's okay. Just don't move too fast. Just don't move too fast, bro. You're trying to move your items too quick. This is the worst Challenger Arena. I want to change the HTC. You know, a lot of games do not make it all white. They just make it like a galaxy-looking area. I think BT3 even did that. That'd be significantly better than this absolute flashbang. Because every time I'm on podcast and get HTC, because I random roll Arena, it's like pain. We do need more arenas, actually. We don't even have 18. Now, if I add more, do we just do pages?
Probably.
Or categories. That would work. Just a little button up here that's like Z Saga. Okay, that wouldn't...
Oh, Z.
Actually, that wouldn't work. because over half of them, fucking 10 of them right now are Z Saga. And there'd be more Z Saga ones. No, so not that. Categories, not just do pages with buttons at the top.
Yeah.
And then arrows on the side as well. You know, like a certain other menu happens to do that.
Oh, another menu. I don't know any menus. Sorry.
We don't have those. Remember when like the Challenger arena selection was like game changing, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was never game changing. The Challenger selection screen, that shit was hype, man. I think I lost the sauce of like really cool interfaces. Not that none of my new ones are cool, just that like I think character creation is close in the way that like the actual utility where like the Challenger menu took you from clicking dialogue to spawn a Challenger to clicking a button. Like upgrades. It's try just moving the item slow. Like try clicking it and waiting and then moving it. It's so weird. I mean, the bug is completely my fault because like I completely recoded the inventory last update. But like if I do this real quick, no luck at all. It immediately drops it. But if I go, you know, like that. Also, if you try to drag items, this one's less important. But whenever you like move your mouse, it like immediately puts it wherever. So like you could just fill up that slot because it's not recording where it last dropped items, so it doesn't know when not to. All things I'm gonna try to fix for the patch because it's incredibly annoying. And then I could finally abandon the live server and go full combat update, which is what I've already been doing. Also, by the way, Jim, very good questions in the update FAQ. I appreciate you dropping those in there. Very good questions about latency and just cooking, I think was your other one. Very, very good ones. And get to 10,000 decks and then try to do my next quest. I gotta beat Fat Buu this video because I'm a scam artist otherwise. The allegations, they cannot be true. Dude, Arcosians look so good. I haven't played an Arco Rye.
Right.
2017. You're scared. That's a long time ago. Interesting. Generally, Minecraft containers do get really bad when lag happens. So, you know, in general, like Minecraft itself gets bad. The Minecraft containers, which is the core of all our containers, right? Like our inventory is still a Minecraft container. So they get really bad under lag, but I'm not sure. That might be a bug. Oh, I know. I just ignored Dragon Ball canon. I just live, laugh, love, make shit up. I gotta say, one thing about current combat, despite you just running at the enemy, the fact that you have enough knockback to knock them away and prevent yourself from standing there and hitting them definitely is a good thing. Like, the fact you have to chase them and, like, move with them is nice. It feels good. What are you cooking over there, Kono Rai? You're awfully quiet.
I'm just hanging out.
Hanging out.
I'm vibing.
Hanging out, vibing.
Yeah. You know what I was doing before the stream.
The what?
I'm still doing it. The stream. You know what I was doing beforehand. I'm still doing it.
Nice. I'm gonna go through and fix some achievement stuff for the patch.
Well, achievements.
There's a lot of bugs. So quests, challengers, those both work. Level works. The problem with TP is TP acts like level, right? So your level can't go down, you know? So that's not an issue, right? Like, oh, I'm at 28k out of 50k for my next level goal. But TP, on the other hand, can go down. And it acts the same. It doesn't record total TP. So, because I've definitely got more than 1 million TP, right? Also, I literally had 1 million. I just didn't run this command. Yeah, I don't know.
Big sigh. There's.
If there was a custom form builder, I think the only 3 that would get a pass on makes sense would be Arco, Majin, and BioAndroid. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The idea of being able to create your own forms is like cool and all. As like, you know, a Dragon Ball fan, it's cool. But like, as a game, and like, you know, from like my game design perspective, I hate it because it's just like, I don't know. Like, I get it, character customization, like making your own things is fun, and it can still scale however we wish it to. But like, it just feels unnecessary, and you get to a point where like people are just gonna have really goofy looking forms. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind one day.
Why are you staring into the camera like that? Oh, I'm like a minute behind. Jesus.
Dude, it's literally because my camera's like off to the right of my game right now.
You just,
Like,
you just
the
leaned
game
over
ends
and posed
at-
and just looked at the camera.
I was locked in, bro. I'm grinding. That's my grinding face. Don't laugh. Oh, I get about to get my
No,
first
I'm
stat
laughing.
at 10k. I almost have 35% dex. I've actually been, I haven't gone, like, that's the highest it's been. For it's like a damn near requirement to play. As much as we bully people for dex stacking, it's also like literally a requirement. Which also, it's why we stopped
bully
bullying
you for
people.
dex
'Cause
stacking.
I remember we used to a lot. We used to be like, dude, stop spamming dex. You know, it's bad for you. I think we gave up after MP3 because like we just, the solution is combat update of remaking the stats. So we don't need to, you know, we don't need to make fun of people anymore for bad decisions. We can just, you know, finally do what we should have done.
I'll not bully anyone else for deck stacking, but I'll bully you for deck stacking.
I just looked at the stream and I was just dead ass staring at the camera while I was grinding. I don't know why I'm looking
Yeah.
at the top right of my screen. Perfect. 10k dex. Alright. Let's go beat up the next quest. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. 1 second, Jim. I'll read that after I'm done beating up this child. Oh, that was close. Yes, 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 yes. Kill him, kill him, kill him! Yes! Woo! That was rough. 2 mil TP, though. Worth it. Alright, what's the next quest? Oh. Oh, I'm not doing that. This is the evil Buu. The boss of the saga, bro. Ugh.
Big sigh.
I just know this guy's gonna be a fucking... Ugh. Alright, I think a form builder theoretically would be purely cosmetics or would work similar to the character creator. Then we have changing body parts, sizes, and shapes. Not a bad idea. I should go enhance my armor. What do I want to enhance it with, though? Defense? Or just more damage? Honestly, I think damage, because Broly is 9% damage on the full set. Who needs defense, right?
You deck stacker.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Dude, I actually had more spirit. I have more spirit than strength. Oh my god. The key fist build that Kat spoke of. Holy shit, she might have been right. Don't tell her that. She's not here, right? Oh no. Alright. Enhance melee damage 12. Alright, I'm just gonna like throw... Nice, bro. I just got an extra 7% melee. That's big. That's big. What are you kicking ass? Alright, how do I get more enhanced gems now? I need to get that as my ringtone. Wanted to use Broly armor? You have no use for energy? I mean, you don't need it. Also, just wear it cosmetically. Right? Like, just, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Wear a good armor set, whatever you're already using, and then just get it. For the sake of it. No, it's okay. I had a shit ton of vouchers. I could use them for their one use. There we go. Dude. Dude. I'm getting... This is big. Wait, does it not tell you? The melee description doesn't... Oh, there you go. 12.1% from gear. Okay. Armor full set and then... Yeah, you'll probably be able to cycle targets. That'd be a good change to lock on. I actually thought about doing that a while ago. I just couldn't get it working, and I gave up on it after like 30 minutes because I just didn't think it was that important back then. But so yeah. Dude, I just gained 12% extra melee damage. If I turn my, like, I gained 14k with this armor set. I want to say I could beat the next quest, but I'm also not delusional. I should level my form. I can get tier 3 Z souls now.
Whoa. I'd be real quick.
I just got 10. Alright. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, I need 2 more. Let's go beat Deborah up a little bit. But some people have just never played an MMO. That's the problem. Dude, I'm whooping this guy's ass now. I think I can 1 stamina bar him just because I do so much more damage. Oh my gosh, yeah, I was running out of stamina fighting him before. Wow. Let's see. Well, it doesn't hurt me, so I can farm this. All of the stats are strange. That's why we're changing them, right? Like, genuinely, all of DBC stats are strange. I would say, like, it works in DBC, but it really falls apart once you get on Apollo. And that's not DBC's fault. That's the way we do the game, right? Point is, it just doesn't work, though. I don't like farming this guy. I preferred my easier-to-kill Deborah. Yep. Give me a bunch of tiers 2 souls, sir. Oh, that's Spopovich. There's... It's not capped at 500. That's just the default. And Jin just begrudgingly raised the stat cap because people kept harassing him to do it. I was there. Like, every time he'd raise it, they'd be like, dude, raise it again. And it just got, like, out of hand. Yeah, whatever makes it feel good. No harm in that. There'll probably be some music. I'd like to put a little bit of more sounds in the game. I don't know. I always played on servers. I stopped playing vanilla, like, single player DBC forever ago, so that's irrelevant to me. I feel like most people should play servers. If you're not willing to open the configs, you should just get on a server. Because that's the point, right? A server does the config for you and saves you some time and trouble. It's like the idea. But, you know. I like this player spread right now. Yeah, you're definitely the type, but yeah, I agree with you. Most people probably just never touch the configs. I just stopped playing single player because it was boring. The second you get on a server and they add way more content, it's like, I just don't get it. I'm probably right there with you, Jim. I'm just like, I don't know why you'd play single player. I'm not like role playing. I'm just playing. I'm trying to play a game. So for me, I'm like, I want to play a game with content and entertaining content. DBC's Saga story might as well not even exist. Like, single player is so bad. I'm also not the kind of person, like, I didn't care to configure it. So I wasn't getting the most out of it. So I'm like, let me just go play a server. I think I'm about to go BRB and grab some food. Just get a little bit of food. Come back, eat it. I don't want to end the stream yet, but I definitely am hungry. Having a great time streaming. I appreciate all you guys hopping in today. Been loving chatting with you guys. It's been amazing. Let me get enough XP to level this real quick. We killed Deborah once or twice more. Roleplay is best. Yeah. Yeah. Roleplay is someone losing a Dragon Ball Z fight. Genius. I have many things to change for the patch once I get off stream today, so that's exciting. I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna immediately go on Skyblock and chill, because this is like, you know. There we go. I got my level up. Let's see the strength increase, guys. 3.71. It's gonna be a big increase. 3.8. Let's do it. Hell yeah. I'm gonna get strength up to 6,000. So I get that to 6,000 once I'm back. I'm gonna go AFK. I'll leave my screen on. I'm gonna go on Kyle K and get some free passive XP. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my little, I got a little AFK thing right here. There you go. Be right back, fellas. I don't even need to mute. Still in Kaioken? Oh, it just ended. The timing? Crazy. Oh, give me 1 second, fellas. My coat fell behind my chair when I took it off, and now it's like stuck in the wheels. What the heck? Here we go. Go. I don't know why I thought I was gonna wear a coat for the podcast. Like it's not, doesn't get hot when I'm in here too long. Okay. I'm back. If you guys didn't miss me too much. Yeah, but combat update. I'm so excited for that. Like genuinely, I've been loving showing this stuff off for you guys. Just doing everything with the combat update really has just been incredibly fun. So I'm so excited for that to exist. Let's go see what we can do to this Buu. Oh, maybe get some heals. All right, let's do it. It's time. That was a really weird quest teleport, but honestly, I don't care. Dude, this guy hurts. Honestly, I feel like at that point, let's just toss them in spawn for the sake of it, right? Because they're cool. Thank you, Pumpkin Man, and welcome to the stream. About to beat the Buu Saga. Just for you, Pumpkin Man. This guy's hitting me less than... Oh, server lag. What a good time. Okay, that's not to say they can't have a use eventually. We add them to spawn, and then we eventually give them real use. I think that'd be perfectly fine. We let players get them eventually. Just putting them in spawn is like the start of them actually existing. It's not to say they're wasted if we just throw them in spawn. Yeah, there's a KO mechanic. There's not like a permanent KO mechanic. Like the KO mechanic, you get knocked out and then you like sit on the ground for a minute. And we beat the quest, guys. Sick. Sick. There's no way I just got a Domino's notification. while taking a bite of Domino's pizza. Well, I think that would be the point where we figure out what we want to do with them before we put them in spawn then, right? So that we know if we're wasting them or not. Because I agree with you on that, but... that just gets confusing, Jim. Welcome back, by the way, Rye.
Thank you.
Anytime you have two of the same thing that work different, that's just odd, right? It's like it's not the end of the world, but that's one of those things, if we can avoid it, I'd like to. And considering we're talking about it, if, like, let me put it like this. When you have two things that do different things, they didn't usually get added with that in mind. It's usually a oopsie, where you add one thing and then you have to add another. Like Dino Meat. The fact it's already in the game vanilla and we have our own. That's an oopsie. No game dev is making that conscious decision. Only us. We're silly. Whimsical, even. Man, I really cannot wait for tab complete of commands. Like, ironically, I don't see myself using the warp menu a lot. Because the commands are muscle memory, you know what I mean? I'm really running out of things to yap about, man. What about that combat update, guys? What are you guys most excited for, huh?
You gotta ask him about his combat update.
The classic fallback, right? Remember the GT one, man?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if a healing pod will ever actually exist with a purpose more than just healing you for fun. I really do not see there being a limb breaking system on Apollo. I don't see there being any of these mechanics. Like, there's games that do that. I love games that do that, mind you. I love Project Zomboid, Kenshi. Those have very hardcore mechanics, but I don't see that existing. And Pumpkin, in what way are you kind of thinking? If you do you have something in mind, or are you just asking? Because I would like to change side quests. I think they could be. Frankly, I think they should not be hidden in a menu that you have to know the keybind to open. That would be a start. We should just disable the custom PC menu in general, because, you know. Apparently, I have a first-time quest I never turned in. Maybe we shouldn't disable it, because I wouldn't have known that otherwise. But yeah, like, that's a start. Adding more side quests would be a start. Adding side quests that do way more interesting stuff than just give you a little token, you know? Like, some cool stuff, right? Would be ideal. Brotherly bond. So yeah, we're pretty much always like, unfortunately, well, you know, for the better or worse, we're always considering changing things in general. There's never anything that's finite done. Well, I wouldn't even say we're going for Xenoverse content, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would say, what I would actually say, take this as you will, the only reason it looks like it's close to Xenoverse content is because Xenoverse content is the most basic fighting game content, or combat, right? You look at a Dragon Ball game, Xenoverse is like the entry level of that kind of fighting. Otherwise, you start looking at like 2-decade-old games. I was going to say a decade old, but Xenoverse 2 is a decade old. But like you start looking at like PS3 and PS2 games, and we wouldn't want to design combat that looks dated, right? So we're just going for like simplistic combat, and you just end up looking like Xenoverse. But I'll tell you, we're not looking at Xenoverse mechanic wise. Frankly, the mechanics, we're kind of pulling them out of our ass right now. Kind of just going with what feels good, and then we're gonna fine tune it later and balance it later and all these kind of things. We will not be like Sparking Zero, where we pull it's unbalanced on purpose, guys. That'd be silly. Pumpkin, I really feel like that's kind of over that. I don't think there needs to be more of that. Like, if we want to talk about side content, movie packs, GT less so, but movie packs and PQ are already exactly what you're talking about. Side missions that take you somewhere else outside of the normal storyline of Z to Super. Yeah. Let me bring this guy. Super Saiyan Soul. That'll be worth my reward, Kat. I'm gonna be mad at you if I give this guy his Super Saiyan Z Soul and he doesn't give me something good in return. He just refunded it. He didn't even give me 2. Gave me the thing back. I literally just traded a tier 1 soul to a Super Saiyan. Gave it to him, and he just gave it back. But okay. If we ever go through and rebalance all the side quests, I was gonna say we should like reset everyone's side quest progress, but nah. Let's just like start the game again at that point, like every other rebalance we do. I was like, he better give something good. It's not weird or overly complicated, not too many controls, and I can't really stand most fighting games. Yeah, we're trying to keep the game pretty simple because at the end, I'm going to be honest, we know we're Minecraft. We know that at the end of the day, people are not logging in being like, time to play, Sparking Zero. Like, though these games exist. If someone wanted to play Sparking Zero, Xenoverse, any of those, they're going to go play it. Hopefully not Sparking Zero, but they're going to go play the real game. They're not going to, like, you know. You get it. So we're trying to keep the combat within reason, understandable, and something that people can easily pick up and not have to, like, you know, study and nothing crazy. That's not too bad of an idea.
Staring into that second monitor, huh?
I was reading.
Oh. Getting real close.
I was eating.
Yeah, I know, there was a moment where you took a slice of pizza, just stared directly into the camera and just started chomping.
Dude. Quit bullying me, man. Product placement. Product placement.
Product placement. But it's the monitor.
I've had to start drinking actual energy drinks because I don't get enough caffeine out of just coffee. And you know, I have like a superpower and all, you with ADHD, that like caffeine actually just makes me I wouldn't say caffeine makes me chill, but it definitely does not make me hyper. But actual, like, high dose of caffeine via this energy drink that has... Wait, what? What is this? What is this quote on the can? At least 75 milligrams of caffeine has been shown to help improve mental performance, measures of attention, and alertness. This thing has 160 milligrams of caffeine in it. That is insane.
You know, up to 400 milligrams. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure my coffee only has like 60 milligrams. Probably less, because I don't know. I don't do an incredibly high dose. I'm saying that as I'm looking at 4 cans of coffee over here. 4 3-pound tins of coffee. There's a stack on my desk here. I can grab it.
Aw.
Now this is product placement. I should go find all of them. There goes that Bara. Keep the Bara with the wings, dude. He's epic. I should go find all of the cans around my house and just like put them behind me, like a tower. Could probably go to the ceiling, to be honest. I have 4 in here, and then like 2 out there, 2 more. Yeah, I think I started throwing them away at some point, to be honest. I think I threw away a few of them at this point. Because it got to a point where I'm like, if every room in my house has one, I should probably stop keeping them. Why can't we grow our own senzu beans? Call it the Breaking Bad update. I would do that too. Honestly, yeah, cooking and crafting endgame being making a senzu bean would be fire. Bro. You know, I think I've had this idea before. But why isn't Corin the daily mission person? Like, he gives you your daily missions, and you complete all 3 of them, and he gives you a senzu bean for helping him. And you can only do it once a day, because he doesn't have senzu beans to give you anymore. Tell me that wouldn't be cool. And Corin's only at his tower. It's Yajirobe giving you the mission. I know, I cook a little. What do y'all think? Or we just leave it as a lame reskinned me called the Daily Mission Man. I don't know. What do y'all think? I like the idea. That's true.
Because you like having the unpaid intern.
That's true. Also, if the daily missions gave a senzu bean a day, that's like them giving 6,000 zenny, which is a lot more than they give. But let me ask you, how useful is 1 senzu bean a day in the grand scheme of things? We could change that in the combat update. I love doing something funny and then looking at the stream and watching myself do it after the fact. Like, I just went out of frame taking a bite of pizza. Like, chomping as I went out of frame.
I don't know. You know how rats are, Cat. They just appear when you're not looking.
These are so mean to me. What did I do to deserve this bullying?
Yeah, you abandoned the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV.
Hey, next update I'll play. Now, would it made sense
Fucking
if I told
liar.
you...
Why?
No, listen. Back in 1.2 update, like, you know, ROF, if I told you, hey, right after the Dungeons update, I'll do it. Because you know how much Dungeons has been delayed? Dungeons was supposed to come after ROF. It was supposed to be the next update. It's been 3 years since then. 4, actually. We had U6, GT, MP3, and now we'll have Combat, and then Dungeons. It was worth it, though, man, because if we did Dungeons back then, it would have sucked. I couldn't have coded good Dungeons back then. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Yeah. Cooking and crafting was going to be in the combat update, but we moved it out of the combat update because, well, I think it, frankly, for me, I was unmotivated to work on it. I didn't want to work on cooking and crafting this update. I'm like locked in on combat and other things. So I'm like, I know damn well that if I did cooking and crafting this update, it would have just been like, I wouldn't have been putting my heart into it, is what I'm saying. And it's already a system that we don't expect, or I don't expect, like, everyone to love on launch. So if I'm not even putting my heart into coding it, and then it's, you know what I mean? It's just it's a snowball effect. It starts from the top with little effort. That's not good. Not the Vampire Survivors.
Ball.
It's been a good stream today, y'all. Thanks for popping out. It's been sick. Which all you guys were new faces too, so thank you for showing up. All of you. Appreciate it greatly. It's been a good grand old stream. I think I'll be ending in like 10 minutes. Maybe, I don't know, it depends. If we get talking about something else, I'll keep it going. I don't have anywhere to be. I'm just like running out of things to talk about.
He can't yap. He's running.
No,
yapping.
I have things to yap about off stream. You're in trouble. You better be careful. You better get on an alt account and fake some conversation in the chat to keep me on stream.
No.
Oh.
So by that combat update, huh?
It's gonna be combat. There's gonna be some punching. There's gonna be some yeah. One of these days on the podcast, I'll just start combat update fighting, but it's not at the point right now where I can do that. So it's like half broken since the last video I showed. I changed a bunch of things and it's like, you know, half functional. Well, I'm happy to have you here, Punkin, man. I appreciate you. Always love when people show up at the streams. It's very fun to talk about the server, you know, the thing I like making while playing the thing I'm making. Very excited for combat update. There's going to be some more videos about that hopefully this month if I get time to work on some. I'm working on a patch right now, so depending how much longer the patch takes to come out, there might not be a video this month about combat, but we'll see, hopefully. I think there'll be another stream. I think if all goes to schedule and I'm available, I'll do podcast on the April 26th for you guys again. So 2 weeks from now, same time. We'll see. I don't know, maybe I start doing the podcast weekly, man. Key Blast, like for combat update, Key is absolutely part of combat. The first few videos of the combat update demos were about Key Blast, like visuals and stuff. Kind of additional key attack types. I don't think we're really adding additional key attack types. I don't think that's necessary. I think we're just going to make the current ones not underwhelming. We're going to give them all more unique effects. Make them all visually better and make them all mechanically better, right? Just make them all better, and then we could start talking about new key attack types, I think. That would be better. And we're probably going to add back some kind of progression system to Key, so that already elevates the entire thing. But Key is changing just as much as Melee, just to clarify. I know combat kind of sounds more Melee-focused, but it's absolutely Melee and Key. In fact, Key started before the Melee stuff. So, hopefully, everything will be good. Do you guys have any questions about, Yeah, Kat has a lot of ideas for Key. I've been more on the Melee side, my ideas. She's been more on the Key side, actually, so it kind of works out. How would we make anything mid, man? No, things will not make it to production if they're mid, I tell you that. We have plenty of people on the team who will tell us, dude, this sucks, and it won't make it out. Because, you know, someone will be like, hey, dude, this is sucky, and then we'll be like, oh, good point. If that was the case. You guys got any questions about stats? You know, just a quick, brief summary of them. You know, strength and will are becoming the power stat. Energy is disappearing, as well as dex. Like, both the defense stats are just gone. Defense will still exist, but in a different manner. You'll have percent damage reduction, as well as some form of a static defense to nullify damage. So you take 0 damage from weak enemies and all that fun roleplay-y business. And then Spirit's the only stat not getting touched. Constitution is actually splitting into health and stamina. So any questions about any of that? It was a lot, I know, but... Yeah, current key is definitely very underplayed. I think about 10% of classes are key. Will the update let us? Yes, absolutely. You can redo your stats in the update. Yeah, for free, of course. We're giving everyone, like, you're going to log in, you'll be respect. And the respect stats will actually be in the menu. You can use them in that update. Because right now you have to, like, run commands to input the stats. That won't be the case in the update. They'll be just clicking buttons like normal stats. It'd be weird if we didn't let you redo your stats, considering Will's literally getting snapped out of existence.
Everyone gets to redo their stats except Lil.
I mean, I'll probably just delete this character. Am I worried about different builds merging into one? They're not going to. So there's still going to be plenty of things with strength and, like, with melee and key builds. There's going to be plenty of things, plenty of reasons that you'll still be able to be a strength build. There's going to be different scaling based on the class you pick already. That's still going to exist in that manner. And then there's also just going to be tons of other things, tons of ways to build into a melee build beyond. The point of the power thing is to give you a baseline. But if you're a melee build, you'll still be able to use key effectively. You know, like, it'll be doing okay damage. It won't be as good as your melee, though, so you might still just focus melee. That's your choice. We still want you to have the autonomy to choose to be a full key build or choose to be a full melee build and just ignore the other one's existence. But we also want to allow hybrids to exist and allow those exclusive builds to at least experiment and make sure that they do or don't want to be exclusive to that build. So no, not worried about them being merged into one. I know it sounds like they would. That was what a lot of people asked. But we've thought of a couple ways to avoid that. Because we're not forcing everyone to be a hybrid, just to clarify. Will attacking use stamina? Yeah, pretty sure. We're gonna see. We're still figuring all that out. But being that stamina is its own stat, it's definitely still gonna be pretty important to you. Will one stat level increase actually make an important difference? I mean, does it? No. It doesn't right now. We're not, like, stats are still going to be, the stat cap will be 150k for each of these stats. So you'll still end up at level 600k. That's not changing. We don't see a reason to just lower the level cap. We've scaled the game around, like, how leveling progresses right now. I don't see a reason to reduce it. People want us to go up, not down. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but I'm really happy that these stat changes are happening. Just in general, I'm happy we finally pulled the trigger on going through with it. And I'm happy that you guys have been pretty receptive to it. I was honestly expecting a lot more people to be kind of like negative about it, really. Because, you know, when something's away for so long, it's understandable that people will be hesitant to change. But I'm glad that pretty much most of our community has been like, yeah, this is like exciting. I'm glad this is happening in general. The introduction of better combat, do you plan on hosting tournaments? I'm not hosting shit, but there might be server ran tournaments. Yes, like we're just gonna automate them is what I'm saying. Might live stream it and be present for it for the sake of like entertainment value, but I am definitely not hosting tournament brackets. I did that back in beta and it was miserable. It's a terrible time. I wouldn't have any staff member do it either. It's an awful time. Because, you know, you try micromanaging a bunch of teenagers in a tournament bracket. It's awful. People are like, please, I need a rematch. I lost unfairly. And it's like, no, shut up. You lost. So it'll be automated in that way. We also, we're looking into PvP systems. I think, we don't know if we're going to launch with PvP mechanics in combat. Like, PvP will be possible and it'll be balanced. But I don't know if we're going to launch with, like, a dual system where, like, you can go do ranked or unranked 1v1s. Don't know if that will launch, but it's definitely something we're going to do at a point in the future. Just not sure this update. And then the cool part about automating tournaments is it's just a bunch of 1v1 duels hosted in a tournament arena where people can go stand and spectate. Also, PvP will be cross-server. There will be a separate PvP server. I've been talking about this for years even. There will be a separate PvP server where everyone goes to PvP. So when you do like /PvPQ or whatever, it'll probably be a pretty menu at that point. But whenever you do that, you'll get thrown into a separate server once you actually queue. So everyone across all the servers will be queued together. So it will be a little bit easier to find people to fight, right? Because, you know, when player counts aren't super high, it'll be pretty hard to find someone on the one server you're on. It really depends how popular the PvP becomes. If it's on launch, it will just be a New York hosted one where because that's where the main machine is, that's where the database is, that's where US1 is, etc. So that will be in New York on that, probably on the same machine. So for the start, yeah, just New York. Honestly, there's definitely a ping disadvantage to being all the way in the EU, but we're hoping to make ping not a super huge factor in general. Like, we don't want it to be a case where, like, you have 100 more ping and you're cooked just because of that, right? Because that's unavoidable. We're going to have players across the world. We cannot put a server in every... That's not... maybe. We'll try, though. You know, I'll figure out, hopefully we can do something cool where, like, I know... like servers like Hypixel, like the minigame lobbies open on the fly. They don't just have like 10 lobbies. They just open and close and get set up on the fly. It's very unique and interesting. So I'll probably try to look into that. That'd be very interesting to figure out. Definitely something we'll talk about more as we get there, because I think a lot of people would like PvP. I know a lot of players just PvP for fun, so I think that would be a good change to make. Yep. And then also, Kat, with that, we could set it up in a way that, like, we can have some EU ones. Like, at a point, I would like, you know, we have an AU server. That's very cool. Frankly, there's just not enough, like, player base right now for, like, us to be like, okay, let's go put a server in like, Asia or South America. Like, that's just, we don't have enough people for that. I mean, running into server problems is honestly a skill issue in terms of setting up a server. I've been running servers for literally a decade at this point. Most of the issues with server hosting end up coming down to you just messing something up. And then yeah, we have okay servers. They're not like over-spec'd. Actually, we downsized them quite a while ago because, frankly, over-speccing a server, we're just burning money at that point for no reason. We're just paying the host more money for nothing. We don't need 32 gigabytes of RAM if the thing is using 14. You know what I mean? Thoughts on the Wild? I like the Wild. I personally want, like, there was a Wild update we were talking about a while ago. But that kind of just ended up being shelved almost. I would like to do it one day, but it's absolutely not taking precedent over like the future updates, you know, like, sorry, the Super Saga updates. Future Saga got me confused. So it's unfortunately kind of like a background task, but I would like to eventually do a Wild update, bringing the Wild, raising its quality, probably redoing the faction system so that it can have something to do with Dragon Ball, right? Like, we can actually make it Dragon Ball related, right? Something. As well as related to your characters and progression, hopefully stuff like that. Random spawns in the Wild. Making the Wild, I look at the Wild like DBC. It's the closest we'll be to like DBC gameplay, where like you're in the Wild, and I'd like to kind of bring that back because I know there's a lot of people who are nostalgic about the Wild, and just or you know, vanilla DBC in general, where you just roam around the world, find your biome, fight dinosaurs, random Dragon Ball spawn that you get to pick up, random this, random that. Yeah. Well, good news, Jim. We've already figured it out with challengers and quest enemies, and it's literally just a riff off of that. And if we start talking about let's have a group of Frieza soldiers spawn that are defending a Dragon Ball or that are defending a loot chest. That's literally just dungeons. That is just a dungeons mechanic put in the Wild. It's as simple as you go away from it, it despawns. You die, it despawns. All of these things. Because, like, the Dragon Ball spawning in Dragon Ball, like DBC, was fun until it just keeps random spawning. Because it's just a time limit and then one spawns. That was cute until it kept happening. And, like, there's so many. But I'd really love to do the Wild update. It's just something I don't think a lot of players necessarily care about. And I think it's absolutely more important to make sure we do combat good. Make sure we do dungeons good. Make sure we get you guys more super content and just things in general before we are like, let's slow down and work on the Wild. Because honestly, we slowed down and worked on things last update in MP3. We took a lot of time to work on just shiny stuff, quality of life, making everything better and more polished. It's not to say I'm not going to polish things. It's literally just to say I'm not going to polish the wrong things. I'm not going to spend a month working on a new crate system. Because, like, you know, I don't think many people even knew or cared about crates. So, I think it's frankly better to put that focus elsewhere. Am I just a hater, or does Super Saiyan Blue feel mid in the show? It does feel mid because they get it and just start using it. There's like no buildup. That's a pretty good idea, Jim. There'll definitely be some limiting factors. It's not just going to be like free reign, you know? I'm gonna finish off this little achievement goal here. Bobbity, I've killed 100 Deborahs today, more or less. Pretty epic. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream after I go open some crates, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and open some crates. Let's go to the bottom of the area. Wait, let me actually look at the rewards I get from these. 500k. God, I love crates though. They're so nice. Oh, it's so pretty. I feel like people probably appreciate crates, but it's just like not something people are gonna sing the praises as the same way they would basically anything for combat update. Holy shit, I'm glad I came here. Wow. Oh. Oopsie, wrong one. Dang, I have 25 Kaioken shards. That's cool. Yeah, so much of Super was honestly fumbled, guys. It's rough. But like, also, it was fumbled, but we literally wouldn't be here if Super didn't exist. Apollo wouldn't be here. Most of the fans wouldn't give a shit about Dragon Ball modern day. Because it's not like Z was obviously still popular and talked about, but like it was obviously tapering off because what was there to keep talking about, right? The most exciting thing as a Dragon Ball fan was literally just like talking about whatever new game's coming out. Yeah. Oh, every race, man. Every race has every form. We didn't do anybody dirty. Golden is the Super Saiyan Blue equivalent. Look how I'm not even letting my own crate system do the roll animation. Like I haven't done it once. Now I'm doing it. This is epic. Got some pretty cool TP. Maybe eventually. I don't know. Not really in a rush. You won't see it for years anyway, so. If we do or don't, talk about it then. If I got like no Dragon Balls from these crates. Got some decent Zenny though, a few thousand Zenny. A couple vouchers. Yeah, that felt pretty good, these crates. Not too bad. You know what? Let me go ahead and... All right. It's the second time I've opened crates on the podcast. Dude, I have a lot of... Oh my gosh. Wait, how much am I about to level, bro? Might keep the stream going, fellas, because I think I can go wipe some quests now. I think I just got like 10,000 levels. I'm not going to respond to the allegations of me buffing my own luck. They're false. There's no substantiated evidence here that I would ever do that. Oh, the server's lagging, is it? No, okay. It's hard to even know what to level when you get like 10,000 points to put in. I'm just like... At least some decks. Can't go wrong there. Here we go. Dude, I just went up 9,200 levels.
That's at least 2 levels.
Dude. Did I just go on a training arc, except it wasn't training and it was actually just crate keys? That was actually cracked. Now, people should love the new crate system. That was goated. I won't stand for any slander after that. I would say that was debatably too good, but I literally have not used crates. That was my second time using crates, and I probably used way more than the first time. So, I think crates are perfectly fine. There's also RNG. Like, I probably just did get lucky. The code's probably working, I mean. Goku's gambling arc. Yeah, people have, like, joking asked us to add gambling, but it's like, crates are, like, the closest I think you can safely get to gambling without it being really weird and questionable for a Minecraft server. Oh my gosh, go Tunks. You can kill me in... He's getting his ass. I just ran out of stamina beating his ass. That's how you, like, I'm challenger farming his ass right now. What is hitting me? Oh, his short ass has high range. I forgot. We made, like, short enemies have higher range for some reason. I think the idea was to compensate for how short they are. And they're faster, bro. What is wrong with us? I remember I did this. I forget there was a reason, but, like, I think it was just to compensate for how small they were, but, like, I way oversight. That was one of those old changes that I've just not thought about. I have to get more TP while I'm going through these quests.
Got it. So for combat update, we give the short enemies 10 million range.
Whatever happens in Apollo's Vegas stays in Apollo's Vegas, dude. No, it wouldn't. It'd be in an EU court, actually.
Well, that means we just don't add it to the EU servers.
That's such a... Yo, why would that actually work, too? Because I think because we have an EU server, we don't technically... Technically, yes, you can connect to every server, but, like, technically having an EU server implies that's where most of the EU players will be. So we have 2 EU servers, actually.
Actually, just hide everything in the Australian server.
Put it all upside down. Give them the upside down rendering bug permanently.
Yeah. But then hide all the gambling away in there, so like it just looks normal.
You gotta go to Australia to gamble. 1 minute, guys. Going to Australia. Need to do the gambling.
No specific reason.
Yeah.
Just see like 20 people on Australia one day, just like, I wonder what's going on there.
That'd be so funny if we just start adding, like, an update comes out like a week early on the low pop server.
That'd be file. And you just don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
To see if they figure it out.
I'm actually shocked
figures it out.
that the podcast is doing, like, pretty well today. I'm like, a lot of you guys showed up today. Any particular reason y'all are here today? Just happened to work out for y'all?
Bam, bam.
I end up slouching so much. Oh, ow! Fuck, that hurt.
Just get a good posture.
Ow! I tried. I just tried to, like, lean my back forward to crack it, and I totally just overextended. Now it hurts.
Just don't do that.
Oh, it hurts a lot too. Lil just broke his back on live stream. Imagine. Just cracked my shit.
Just happened to rejoin the server after taking a 4-month break.
What server is the low population server? AU2. Or AU1, excuse me, because it literally is like the least amount of total players. Which is because it's new, but like, even then, it just not a lot of people go there. Hey man, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with the population because everyone, it was already low pop, and now I think literally everyone, everyone's gonna be waiting for combat update now. Anyone who knows about the combat update is probably just gonna want to wait for the update. And you gotta like remember, so many people have already played the server, so like they need a good reason to play it again. You know, they're not just gonna log in and do a new character. Some people do that, absolutely, but like a lot of people fall in the camp of, I need a reason to want to start again. You know. It's valid. You said you're doing a 30 gigabyte update on your computer. That's what you were talking about? That is fucking insane. Happen to rejoin, that's sick. Just chilling, thought I'd catch a live stream. Well, hell yeah, I'm glad you guys dropped in. I hope you guys enjoyed your time hanging out, just asking questions. I genuinely love yapping about server stuff, so this is like the perfect thing for me. It's very awkward when I do these podcasts and like 3 people show up the entire 3 hours. Like, I think this probably set a record for how many chat messages we got. I'll have to see after it's over. Fucking ... before normal or after normal. I don't even want to know.
I don't know.
I don't want to know. Do not share with the class.
If Kat was here, Kat would.
If you play
if
now,
it was Kat would share with the class.
I don't think anyone would log in for 1 free sensibin. But we're about to drop a patch, so
20 years from now, I mean, what?
Well, I did just add like 10 little small changes to the list, so that's probably going to keep me occupied for all of today's development. Hey, I'm slowly getting better at understanding my own timelines.
Oh, strange.
We really need to make... I think it would genuinely be worth... So, a while ago, I had an idea to make this screen here, the character screen, tell you details about your character, just like your level, your race, your class. Simple. I think that should happen in the patch. It was going to happen in the patch, but then I took it off the list because I'm like, that's not that important. Let's not do this. Here's my reason why I think it should happen. I've seen a lot of people log in passing, when I occasionally look at server chat, when I occasionally am in game, I see people be like, where'd all my stuff go? You've seen it happen, right, Kat? Like, it happens a lot, and I think at some point we need to make a very effective way to know where your data is. You know, just at a glance, level 1000, level 0. You know what I mean? Because, like, we have 6 character slots. The issue gets worse and worse. Oh, the guy came back. Sick. This guy just got help from the owner. He doesn't even know. He said, yeah, you were right.
Doesn't even know.
Oh. There you go. Will you add for transforming to heal some HP? Yes. Kat, do you want to talk about that idea in chat? I would appreciate it. Because we literally, like, yeah. Like, how many people do you think disappear for months, come back to the game, and they're like, where's my stuff? Because they just forgot what server they were on. Imagine if you logged into Skyblock and it put you on a random profile out of nowhere. Is Kat present? Is she able to speak? Or is she doing something?
Cat is doing stuffs.
She might be typing now. Or is she already FK?
Probably typing now. I'm not sure.
Never know. Yeah, but yes, Jim, we want to do that. It'll probably be an MP3. Or not combat update. Sorry, you know, work on MP3 for 2 years. Can't blame me. Yeah, and I don't blame y'all at all. It's no, you're not silly or anything for that. Like, literally, I haven't done that. I fucking own the game. It'd be kind of, if I forgot, it'd be embarrassing because I made the system. But I totally understand why people forget. I see people forget all the time, and that's why I had the original idea. I'm probably gonna do it in the patch there, Cat is. Yeah, read Cat's response. I'll read it out loud though. We had the idea that you heal some HP when you transform each form once per fight, but only when going vertically in forms. So if you start in 3, going to 1 won't heal you. But if you go from 2 to 3, you get some HP back in return. Yes. So basically, you could roleplay like Goku. I like what you're doing, Kat. That looks really cool. The duality of Kat. That shit she did last night, and then what she's doing now. The sponge is coming soon.
I'm not paying attention.
She's just like making it look pretty. Some cracked brick. Yep, that's pretty much the idea that I remember too, Kat. Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna go ahead. In the patch, I'm probably gonna go ahead and code this thing because the patch is gonna be how we leave the server for like months.
For 20 years until combat update.
Yeah, for however long combat update takes, it's going to be left in this state. So I think it's important that it's left in a good state and not just. I don't think we leave. I don't think we leave this issue where people think they lost their data. And it's weird, right? Because this has always been the case. Like, technically, this should have been an issue before the update. I don't know why, but I've seen more people talking about where's my data? Did it get reset? You know what it also is? Character creation. Let me ask you a question. When you log into a Pixelmon server and you get presented with the choose a starter, and if you log back into that server and it happens again, are you not going to think you lost data? It's the same thing because that's how our character creation screen works. It pops up in your face and has you choose a new thing at the start. So when you log into a server, you don't see your items, you don't see your character. And I could even add a chat message that's like, hey, you logged into US3, but did you know you have a character over on US3 or US2? We can figure it out. Ooh, I like... Yo, you're cooking here, Kat. I saw that. You put moss above the moss stone brick. Oh, failed. All right. Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and end it because the podcast has been 3 hours. I appreciate you all talking. I hope you guys can all make the next one. It'll be August 26th, but otherwise just look at the YouTube channel and sometime in like the next week I'll schedule sometime within the next week I'll schedule the podcast so you guys could see it on the channel and it will be coming. So thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate all the fun conversations today. Thank you guys for making it fun. Have a great day. Let me find the end button now. If the ice-flavored water caught on fire, then how would the penguins feed the sun? Stay tuned next time for the answer to that question. What a perfect ending. The most